it's a very cumbersome bureaucratic process, but it's what we've got to work with, and that's just kind of a scenario of the history of it and how it works. There's 3 projects I think Emil's going to talk about tonight. The Daniels Bridge Road extension, which we call the flyover. Just a history on that. I think it first appeared in the long-range plan that was adopted December 15th, 1994. So that was about 20 years ago. At that time, the PE was scheduled, preliminary engineering was scheduled for 01 to 05. The next document I looked at was adopted September 09, so we jumped from 94 up to 09. It was also in long range there, but it moved out to 20 to 24. The October 13 TIP was up in Tier 1, PE in 2017, so it had moved forward. The one we're just adopting now, July 2014, is in long range again, and the PE is out in 2030. So that's an example of what I was talking about earlier, how these things move back and forth in the plan due to having to balance them due to our concept of a project sometimes being different than DOT. You know, is that project going to be a 4-lane bridge that comes over from the north side and drops down to 3 lanes? It's going to be a 3-lane project, 2-lane project. You know, what's the design speed? All those things affect the cost. And when we put these projects in there, we don't know the answer to those questions. We're putting them in there as a placeholder. We're putting them in there as a concept to get the process working. But we don't, and on that one, we still don't have another concept that's approved by DOT. There's been one submitted, what, 8, 10 years ago maybe, but it hadn't been approved yet by DOT. So when you look at those project sheets, take them with a grain of salt. This is what I'm trying to get at. Daniels Bridge Road widening. I already talked about that one. It's been anywhere from 9 to 14 million, and depending on which plan you look in, the description of it's changed from one to another, from one plan to another, from one year to another, partially I think due to DOT's idea of what it should be versus what it was originally conceived as. The Jimmy Daniel Road widening, been in there, I looked as far back as 09 on that one. It's been from anywhere from 10.5 to 26 million, depending on which planning document in which year. You know, at one point it started at Mars Hill, went all the way to the county line. Now I think it's just from 316 up to the county line. So that's a good example of how these scopes change. That one's 4-lane with sidewalks and turn lanes. So that's just kind of a history on those 3 projects and how that process works, and how long some of those projects have been